Alright then, here is a battle against... It's a rematch against Cody, who I played in the double header battle. I lead with Hot as the Sun, he goes with Hitmontop, which fakes out obviously. And I stay in because I can take hits. He then goes for a Mach Punch, and I just Will-O-Wisp. And I set up rocks on this turn, but I see he's got Pursuit. So I don't want a Pursuit, and I don't want to die and not have him still alive, so I just blow up. So I've got the advantage of having rocks up after that Battle of the Leads, and he comes in with Starmie. And I go with Jelly Belly. I was expecting T-Bolt from like a Specs Starmie or something, because that's how they usually are nowadays. But it actually spins as I get some Toxic Spikes. And I was like, oh. But I see he's got leftovers, so I'm like, take the Thunderbolt amazingly, because that's what Tentacle does. And just knock off his leftovers, get some running damage going. So now I expected another T-Bolt, but he just spins again as I go to Grindbuster. And I expected a switch here, so I went for the switch as well. Because I do want to get some Toxic Spikes down, you know. So in comes a Gengar. And I go Tentacle. So I know he's probably going to have an Energy Ball if he came in on Gastrodon. So I get some Toxic Spikes down. So at least he's going to poison one thing, minimum. In comes Starmie, it gets poisoned, it has natural cure, but at least that's going to take its toll. Even if he does spin away now. So I go to Jinx as he spins. And I think he thought he could outspeed like Surf or something, but this is a Choice Scarf Jinx, it's pretty pawnsome. And Shadow Ball takes out Starmie, which is all nice. Then he brings in a Weavile, and I'm thinking, oh balls, he's gonna Pursuit. So I stay in Shadow Ball, because might as well do something before I die. But he Night Slashes, and I was like, oh. I was just like, oh fuck's sake, I could have actually switched, but I didn't. But oh well, Jinx is gone then, and in comes Crumpler. Because Crumpler's got... Pinsir has base 100 defense, so I know he can take a Night Slash. And X-Scissor gets rid of Weavile. As you Americans would say, Weavile. It's Weevil, yeah? So in comes, what's it called? Gliscor. And it Stealth Rocks as I switch. And in comes Grindbuster, because Grindbuster's amazing. So yeah, as you can see as well, my signal is flicking up and down between 3, 1, 2, madness. I Ice Beam, in comes Bronzong. I expected the Hypnosis at this point, so I just Surf, but he starts to screen up, so I was like, oh dear. So yeah, I bring in Kangaskhan as he gets the Reflect going. And I subbed thinking he'd explode, but he Earthquakes, and the good news for me is it doesn't break the sub. So, he doesn't have leftovers, so I'm just slowly getting a bit of damage in on his Bronzong. And basically I'm just using Sub and Focus Punch to stall out the screens, because they're really going to cause pain to my team. So yeah, more Focus Punch action. He brings in Gliscor, which, yeah, Focus Punch barely touches with a Reflector, which is gay, but, you know, it happens. So, I've still got a sub up, so I'm still stalling. But I lost count of how many turns had passed since he got the rocks up. Not the rocks, sorry, since he got the screens up. And I was thinking I would switch on this turn. But when the light screen went down, but the light screen went down before I thought it would, which was annoying. So I go to Grindbuster now, and he earthquakes, and the reflect fades as well. So I think I'm in a good position now. I surf, predicting he's going to switch to Bronzong, because I was, yeah. So, and he stayed in, which annoyed me. I should have ice beamed, but he just hangs on. So I keep surfing because I was thinking Bronzong is going to come back in. It does, and I was thinking Surf would at least 2KO him now, and it looked like it would. So I surfed again, but he survived with 9 HP and got light screen up, which was a real pain. But I got rid of the Bronzong before he could get reflect up, which turned out to be very useful in the end. Because in comes Gengar, so he's obviously going to Energy Ball. So I just go to Pinsir as Death Fodder, so I can get a free switch to Kangaskhan, because I needed Kangaskhan out. So I was thinking Sucker Punch will KO, but it didn't. I was like, that's just gay. He Energy Balled, and I was like, gay. But I survived, and I was like, that's not gay. It really isn't gay. And he was like, yeah, that is gay. And I was like, it's not. So I just Sucker Punched again, and stupidly, I said to him, Sucker Punch should KO. So he roosted, knowing that I was going to Sucker Punch, which pissed me off a bit. But yeah. So he's got his first score back up at half HP. And at both at this point, completely forgot that light screen was still up, and we were saying good game at this point, but it survived, and then said light screen is worn off, and we were both like, what, light screen? And if that earthquake could crit, if that had got a crit, it was game over, but it didn't, fortunately, and good game, Cody.